Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Little Blue Fly. If this is your first time visiting, welcome, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel. It is simple as pressing that subscribe button, tapping that bell, and always making sure to select all to receive all of my future postings. Very exciting things going on in the sunroom today. First, we're going to start things off with this sofa table here that, oh gosh, we've had this for a good 20 years. And for all of you woodworkers out there, I am believing this had a very dark mahogany stain on it. So I'm not sure if it is mahogany wood. I'm thinking it is because it's extremely heavy, and it is held up very, very well. It's a solid piece of furniture for 20 years. I'm not demonstrating, but I am using Annie Sloan wax today, the clear. I have many wonderful things I'm going to be sharing in this video. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? So my husband gave this a really good sand down for me because he loves me. I wanted to take it down to its natural state. And then you see the darker pieces of stain that is still within some of the little crevices, and that's great because it's going to offer quite a bit of character. Now here is the Annie Sloan wax. It is her clear wax, and I recorded this, but I apologize. I do not know what happened to that recording. I must have accidentally deleted it. So basically, I have many videos. You just put the brush in there and apply the wax. And here we have the end results. A beautiful, I'm believing, mahogany sofa table that was stripped down to its natural state. And again, with the wax, the Annie Sloan wax, you just put the round brush in the wax and place it on in circular motions, and then with the leftover wax, you just wipe it off with a cloth. And it just tucks right underneath my beautiful custom ottoman that Hanson's Furniture in Modesto, California put together for us. And then we have some walk space right there. We actually used 4 packages of river rocks in this tray. And the rocks were purchased from Hobby Lobby. They call it river stones. So we place them going out evenly over the tray. And the reason for doing this is we're using it as drainage. We're going to be placing a beautiful bonsai on top of these stones. So it's going to give us a nice visual when we go to water the bonsai. We can see the water level through the rocks. Drainage is so important when it comes to bonsais. I love these little butterscotch colored stones in here. We're excited to start working with the real plants again. And here we have our newest beauty to the house. But I kind of sidetracked a little bit because I was watching the children over there. And I don't know if you can see, but that little girl, she is just spinning away. Now, when we were children and we would go to the parks or, you know, in the backyard on the swing set, someone would always make sure to, and that's what she did here, to wrap us up really tight in circles until the rope or the chain just couldn't turn anymore. And then they would let us go and we'd just spin real fast in circles. Anyhow, so the bonsai was placed on top of these river stones for the good drainage. And my husband actually planted some moss spores by Kyoto. So we're going to have some moss growing up through the soil. And this is a Golden Gate ficus, and we found out that it is 10 years old. I believe she's gonna love her new home. We brought her in and cleaned her leaves up nicely and changed her soil. And she has much new growth on her, and she seems to be very, very happy. I know we surely are. Real plants just offer so much coziness in a home, and we wanted to make sure to have this in the sunroom. Now, next to the bonsai, I put my 3-tier wrought iron stand. That was a Facebook Marketplace right next to it. Now, we are going to be putting real plants on here as well, but for the time being, I will be placing on some decor items. But this table, we pretty much want to keep it for our real plants. Now here is where the excitement begins. We finally have cafe curtains, and I'm so excited to share these with you today. I actually went through 3 different sets of cafe curtains until I finally had the right material. So here's one of them. I want to show it to you how it looks when it's closed. And I decided to go with just 1 solid panel, not 2, because this is, just look at this gorgeous vintage fabric. It is vintage, it's linen, and then you have some tatting and embroidery going on here with this beautiful, beautiful fabric. But I just wanted to go 1 panel. I'm going to show you how I quickly stitch this up. Whenever I am making curtains, I like to break out the iron and just do a double fold over to have a nice clean stitch when it comes to the top and the bottom of my curtains. And again, I didn't finish, but I decided to go just one panel because I didn't want a whole bunch of fabric up in the windows since it is a smaller sunroom. I haven't been at the sewing machine for a moment, but this is my daughter's machine, so I had to watch a video on how to do everything, the bobbin, but threading up at top, that's pretty self-explanatory. It shows you nice images, but anyhow, she does embroidery, and I needed to learn how to switch it from embroidery over to sewing, so it was a process, but I eventually got there. But the funny thing is, I know you just seen me flip over the switch because it was going so slowly. And I was like, what is going on here? Why is this going so slow? And I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but the cord was actually underneath the pedal and not allowing it to go all the way down. So whatever. But it made a very nice, straight, clean stitch. Now here is the bottom. And I made sure that I was on the correct side of the fabric. When you're working with fabric like this, there is the right side and the wrong side. My mother trained my eye for that for many years. She used to make beautiful wedding dresses. She would be proud. I still remember her saying, "Beverly, now why can't you notice this? Why can you not notice that this is the right side and this is the wrong side?" So through much training, I finally have the eye, everyone. Anyhow, I absolutely love this panel. Now here they are all up. Now I just made them going alongside these windows. So 6 panels, and I just have enough left to put a panel up on the door. And the other long windows, well, I have a different wonderful idea for them. So again, 1 panel on each window because we didn't want the room to look all smothered with a whole bunch of fabric up in the windows. We wanted to keep it very open and airy. My husband, he actually walked out to the sunroom when these were finished, and he goes, "Oh, these curtains are sickening French country." I was like, well, thank you. So I'm very, very happy to have, a little bit of privacy, during the evening. And I couldn't be more pleased with this vintage fabric. It was a Facebook Marketplace find. Just want to give you a really good close-up of this beautiful embroidery since I had the sun coming through. Now I know the sun is gonna do some wear on these panels, and that's fine, because I actually, you know, when the sun stains things, that's no worries. That's another video later on down the road. Now I kept the the tatting on one side, and then as you see, it's the solid linen with the embroidery on the other. Such a difference this makes. Now we have, today I'm gonna do something different. I am going to share with you all how to decorate with gutters. That's right, gutters. This is 100+ year old bored out piece of wood that was made into a gutter and placed on a barn. And when they removed it from the barn, Bev purchased it. This piece right here, I mean, come on. It just, it doesn't get any more gorgeous than this. Aged beauty all over this piece. And I'm going to show you, gutters are just not made for the outdoors. They can be brought inside. I love thinking outside of the box and bringing the outdoor in and toning things down. I like picking things way up, but then toning them down as well. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Now we're going to go over here to this wall, and I'm going to share with you some jute rope that we purchased from Hobby Lobby. It is not my favorite rope to work with, the jute, but it's going to get the job done for now. I like working with rope that has a little bit more cotton to it, because when you go to make the tassels, it's just, the tassel looks very soft. Where jute is just jute, but again, it still looks very good. I love it. And as you can see, we're working around this gorgeous gold gilded picture. We place the hooks up at top, just like we did with the ladder. And the picture, just when you look at that print, it just makes me anyways go, oh, that's gorgeous. So I take in that breath, right? It makes me go, oh, but we have to exhale, right? And that's what the gutter does. It takes you back down and you just go, oh, and it's like the complete breath for me. And that's what I look to do whenever I decorate, to get that piece that takes it way up, you know, and then to bring it down with some sort of natural element. And here we are using 100+-year-old gutter. So you don't always have to, when you want to display something under a print, it doesn't always just have to be a shelf, right? Let's suspend things from the ceiling. Let's use gutters. Let's start a whole new movement, gutter decorating, right? You all probably think I'm crazy, but anyhow, I love it. I'm gonna give you a nice view on the side. Just look at this wood. Incredible. I don't know how many times I've just said that, but I'm so happy to have this piece. So what you can do is just look online for 100-year-old gutters, wooden gutters, and they're there. Now up at top, I have this long basket that was purchased from Pottery Barn, and I'm almost certain that they're not going to bring these back, but it never hurts to look, right? And I told myself before the video I was going to look, and I didn't. But they call this a storage basket. It is a wicker storage basket, and it has fabulous hardware on it. And I'm going to do just a little soft something inside of it. I am not going to be doing much decorating with my dried botanicals just yet here in the sunroom, but I did want to add a little something today inside of the basket for you all. So much natural goodness right here. And it was actually purchased from Home Goods. And if you see them, get them because they sell out quickly. I learned my lesson last year. And what I did is I just took a couple of the different sticks and greenery and just placed them around in the back and in the center, and I tried not to pull too much of the leaves apart because they crumble if you work with them, too much. And inside the hutch, I'm just going to keep the top shelf like it is for now. And so I'm sort of prepping everything, getting ready for the fall decorating. And I added in my antique cloche that I found in North Carolina. And then a couple of my pottery candlesticks that I just recently shared. And this is my wonderful quiet box. If you have not seen my previous video talking about this box, it's basically, I call them quiet boxes. It's a place where we get to go sit aside somewhere and have our quiet time and open up our box and enjoy what it is we love to do, whether it's needlepoint, which that's what's in mine, or crossword puzzles or word finds or a good book or old pictures. Quiet boxes are a must for everyone. And over here to the side, I have everything cleaned up. I don't know if I'm going to keep the basket there, but I removed a large majority of the decor and the greenery, getting ready to bring in all the scrumptious fall colors. And then down below, I will be doing something as well. Next up is, this is one of my beauties from California. It is a very old clock that has beautiful work, as you can see, going around the sides of it. It's the perfect aged gold. And all the I don't know if you call it hardware. I know there's a word for it. I can't think of it right now, but it's all intact in the back. And it's a piece that I love to work with. I also wanted to show you at the bottom, it does say West Germany. So it just makes things a little bit more special because my mama grew up as a little girl in Germany. Then we're going to move on down for some more treasures. I do have more. I have not come across them yet, but these are very, very old watch faces. So I have just the faces, and as you can see, I have some that still have all the gears attached to them, still intact. And they're all vintage, every single one. I'll do my best to show all the gears to you all in the back. This one's okay. It does get better. I'll get it there. But again, they're all old watches. Here's some great gears on the back. You have the golds. All you do is go to eBay or Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, and I like to purchase these in a lot. So there you go. You can see the gear moving for just a moment, and then it stops because my finger, the hands on the other side, made the gear stop. These are so much fun. I literally can sit with these watch faces and watch the gears move, and my mind just moves right along with them. I just start daydreaming and just think of all sorts of different wonderful stories. And of course, if they could just tell us their stories, how grand that would be. That one has quite a bit of gold on the back, just gorgeous. And again, do a search for lots, because you seem to get a better deal when you buy them in a lot versus by themselves. I love all the reds and the greens and golds. So for now, because again, plants are going on this stand, I just put the small clock inside a tarnished silver plate, and I'm just going to place a little cloche on top. And then soon we will be adding the gorgeous colors of fall. I'm ready. I don't know about you all, but I am so ready for fall. I am done with the heat. And look, I was able to get a wonderful, wonderful view for you all of the gear just moving away. Just magical. And down below, a couple of my wire baskets. So for now, we get to have fun with this stand. I don't know for how long. And then finally, I wanted to share the last thing is this potpourri that I actually purchased it from an antique store, but I knew that she offered shipping through Amazon. So it is linked in my description box below. All I can say is purchase it, everyone, because it is a fabulous blend of fall potpourri with some refresher oil.